James Cleveland was a flaming homosexual. To me, in that picture, he looked like a demon. You got to have on the silky snake jacket.
Let me look at another picture.
With the colors of the bishop on.
So you saying this guy here was a homosexual?
Flaming.
Wow.
And that's what started taking gospel music the way it goes. You know, Darryl Coley came from there, Ricky Dillard, all these big time gospel artists that are flaming, that have major hits after hits after hits after hits after hits. Why? Because they got hit by this man right here, groomed by that man right there.
Yeah, I was gonna say they got hit by him. What you mean by that?
Come on, man! I said he was a flaming homosexual.
Ooh-wee. Wow.
That's why I don't play no choir music on my radio station. I don't do it. You're not gonna hear no choir music on my station.
Terrain said James Cleveland liked young males.
Same thing I just said.
I heard about James when I was a teenager. He's right. No wonder we have been blocked spiritually as a people. That's what I'm saying. The people that supposed to be spiritually leading us, or
they were never spiritual, not to God. We have been misled as a people for years because we go by sensationalism rather than receiving the actual word of God. Every one of our Sundays was sensationalized. And please, I want to make this clear. I am not personally against any person that has their own personal persuasion. That's yours. I can respect you. I can be around you. I have no problem with you as an individual. But I am talking about leading a people to the Almighty, supposedly. And you find yourself have been suffering over and over and over and over and over again because you never linked yourself to a righteous person.
Now, somebody put this in the chat, so I looked it up myself. In February 1992, Cleveland's then foster son, Christopher Harris, formerly Christopher Harris Cleveland, filed a lawsuit against Cleveland's estate, claiming that Cleveland allegedly sexually abused him over a period of 5 years and infected him with the HIV virus.
I knew he had that fire. He wasn't the only one that had the fire. Darryl Coley. The list goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on.
I heard that went. Oh dang! That was. The comment went by too. Oh, here it go. Cavalier said, "I heard that when James Cleveland came to town to perform at local churches, they supplied him with young males." Wow.
Now, I don't put that back up again. I don't know who Cavalier 23 is, and I don't know how old that person is. But in order to know that, they must be around my age.
Okay.
Because that's a very true statement.
Wow.
And Bobby Jones was the same way.
Bobby Jones. Why does that sound familiar?
Bobby Jones gospel. You couldn't get on the big stage unless you went through Bobby Jones. Bobby Jones used to be the gatekeeper of gospel music. But the new gatekeeper is Kirk Franklin, Mary, Torn Wells, and what's the name? They used to sing R&B.
So you used to have to go through him if you wanted to be on the big stage.
That's correct.
Which means you had to.
You had no clout unless you got on Bobby Jones gospel.
So
After
you
James,
had to go to that room and go see him.
you had to go see him.
Wow.
That's the ditty of gospel.
Wow. You said the ditty of gospel.
Yes.
It's so much stuff in the infomercial storm they used to always play. That's what I'm saying. Because when he said Bobby Jones, I said, wait, Bobby Jones gospel? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes. BET.
Don't forget about Carlton Pearson.
Well, we already talked about Carlton Pearson, and Carlton Pearson was also a homosexual in the pulpit, and he got so vested in it that he came up with the teaching of inclusion.
Oh yeah, we did.
And the bishops, like Bishop Jakes and all of them, got together and denounced him. But they should have denounced themselves along with him. At least I respect the man for being truthful about who he was. So to me, he passed with honor because he said who he was. And I believe that he tried to get that right before he left. I can respect.
Now, well, at least he put it out there. Now, I got to be real about this, though, right? When we look at these pictures of these people, we've been pulling up several LGBT members, allegedly, but yeah, they all have a certain look. So my question is, are people born that way? Because pretty much everybody I've brought up, male or female, between today and yesterday, they have a look.
With all due respect to that community, yes, they all have a look. Yes, they all present themselves very flashy with the colors, the makeup, the presentation is there. Just like women, they're gonna have everything in order. See, there's one picture of Carlton Pearson down there that was him before he really got started in letting that stuff come out. You just hit it right on the head. That's Carlton Pearson when he got out of school.
Wait a minute, he looks.
That's not Carlton. Is that Carlton?
No, I don't think so. That's somebody else, I think. Because I'm like, he looked totally different right there. Maybe this one's an older picture.
That is the old. That's that picture right there. I believe was when after he was with PTL. He wasn't. I don't believe he was a bishop then. He was just pastor.
Just pastor. I feel silly asking what does bishop actually mean? Okay,
so a bishop is a person appointed over several churches. He's the superintendent over those churches. The apostle is one that finds the churches, but he's not the pastor of the church. He's a person that sets the church up, and a bishop is appointed under it to make sure the organization runs okay. And then the pastor under the bishop runs the local daily or weekly sermons of the ministry. In my view, a pastor is not a bishop. A pastor is a pastor. And a bishop is a bishop. Does a bishop necessarily preach as a pastor? No, because he's an administrative person. Is an apostle a bishop? No, because the bishop is an administrative person. The apostle finds the ministry, sets the ministry up, and keep pushing. Paul never stood in one place.
He went around. Gotcha.
He went around.
It's a storm show. Ay, it's a storm show.